embodies the phrase Chicago tough. He's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
Here's Butler. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. So Jones will go to the free throw line. They get Paul Gasol. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. And Ariza with the stuff.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
Rose dishes to Dunleavy. Rose kicks to Butler. Pass to Dunleavy. From 18 feet away. And the basket good.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry. But make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
Harden the pass to Ariza. He dishes it to Beverly. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Beverly's got his second bucket.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Harden. Back to Jones. And some nice passing there by Houston. Another shot. And blocked. The dish to Beverly. It's Harden with the drive. Howard kicks to Harden. And another shot. Rebound by Rose.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Butler with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. That drops.
Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot for any point guard. He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. You didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And Rose working to develop his floater with, Steve, his left hand as well.
Well, you don't see many players who can make a floater with either hand. I mean, something like that with his quickness, that would be impossible to defend.
For the Rockets, Smith comes in for Terrence Jones. And it's Brewer in for Trevor Ariza. Then for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Rose.
Brewer, good. Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And Brooks, here we go. Mirotic. No good on the three.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
Now, here's Brewer. He's coming off a 16-point game again.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
For Houston, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Brewer hits them both. Bulls trail by 9. Brooks kicks to Butler. Baseline try, and he gets it to go. Butler's got 6.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Butler with the block.
Steve, they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, it's impressive, too. He's already gotten them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Chicago shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. 16 feet away. The shot's good from Smith. Six seconds left here in the first quarter. Butler attacking. That's good from 17 feet away. He's got 8. Here's Harden. And the release was before the buzzer. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. And are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a number standpoint?
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
So for Chicago right now, inside, Gibson and Noah. Heinrich is out there with Brooks, and it's Mirotic in the 3, the small forward. Mirotic, Clark, the first ever two-time winner of the EuroLeague Rising Star Award. Certainly one of the most accomplished European prospects to enter the NBA in quite some time.
And you know, Kevin, his game has been compared to Dirk Nowitzki or Danilo Gallinari, and both of those guys are pretty versatile, high-quality, highly skilled players. So Mirotic, stretch power forward with really good intangibles, too.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, interestingly, guys, Joakim Noah draws inspiration from music. Not the typical selections you might think. He is a huge reggae fan. Noah said, quote, "People think reggae is such happy music, but really listen to the lyrics. It's about empowerment. It's about uniting people. It gives me strength on the floor." Guys?
Noah, definitely a unique player and character in the NBA. Good to see. Good kid. Thank you, Doris. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see
Come
in a
on.
blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is.
Well, you know what,
He's
Kevin?
disgusted.
Come on, Kel. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force. And Mirotic, tremendously skilled for a player of his size, able to pass, handle, shoots it with range, and you know, I think he has the toughness to complement that skill level as well.
Pulls up from the corner. And it's Terry that time on the assist by Ariza.
Well, I doubt that was the plan there on that trip, guys, but they did get the shot to go.
Brooks dishes to Mirotic. Back to Brooks. Tries again. Noah. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Noah's got 4 this quarter.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And Mirotic has a nice touch inside. I mean, he's developed a post game to complement a really good outside shot. It'll be interesting to see how he's able to be most effective in the NBA.
Terrence Jones is checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Pablo Prigioni. Chicago also making some changes. Mike Dunleavy, who's checked in for Mirotic. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kirk Hinrich. And it's Rose in for Brooks. It's Harden with the drive. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Butler. And the pass to Dunleavy. Goes back up. Lets it go from deep. And good on the basket. Book it. Dunleavy's got 5 now.
Things have changed a little bit here in the second quarter, guys, and we're seeing them start to convert a lot of second chance opportunities.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coach has to be happy about this. I mean, the hustle underneath is paying off in a big way. How about that? What a throw down there. Man! Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets to space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And here's Rose, following Jason Terry's 3. Here's Gibson. This is to Dunleavy. Outside Butler. And Rose, wide open. He shoots. Rose can't get that one to fall. And now here comes Terry late in the break. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Houston making some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jason Terry. And the Bulls making a change also. Gasol's checked in.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Beverly, the pass to Harden. Looking to get back on track here. And Houston again with the bucket.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
For 3, Dunleavy. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Dunleavy's got 8 points. And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's Chicago up by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Well, I think that the Rockets need to change their strategy against Butler.
He's got 10 points, and his 2 blocks are giving them a lift defensively.
Well, you have to protect the rim, Clark. You know that. And when you do that as well as he has today, it really bodes well for your team.
Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. And it's Ariza in the 3-set. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau worked with Clippers coach Doc Rivers in Boston for many years, and they remain close friends, often sharing notes. Rivers said of Thibodeau, "He's the best mind I've ever been around. People keep expecting them to fall, but he holds them together. It's his system, but it's more just his way. He simply doesn't relent, Kevin."
He makes his players believe, Doris. That's something they both share in common. Thank you.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it. James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leads his bar